A350-1000 นะครับซึ่งเป็นตัวใหม่ล่าสุดจาก Airbus นะครับอัปเกรดมาจาก A350-900 จะสังเกตได้ว่าจะยาวกว่าตัว 900 หลาย10 ฟุตเลยนะครับงานนี้ต้องขอบคุณ Airbus ด้วยนะครับที่เชิญแอดมินมาชมงานนะครับเครื่องบินด้านในสวยมากเดี๋ยวแอดมินจะพาไปชมกันนะครับ
Hello, welcome on board the A350-1000. So this is the bigger brother of the A350-900 that's already flying with Thai Airways, and it's 7 meters longer. And in a typical configuration, this aircraft sits 366 passengers, which is about 40 seats more than the A350-900. It has exactly the same airspace cabin that you see here. So very modern, spacious design, very straight cabin, very little taper, so very efficient to fit seats and monuments like galleys and lavatories. In economy class, we feature 18-inch seats in a 9-abreast configuration, which is 1 inch wider than what the competition offers. So it's about the comfort of the seat. Of course, the 18 inches between armrests, giving more room to find a comfortable position. But it's not only about the seat width itself, it's also about the room under the seat. So when you have a look at the room under the seat, you see that the IFE boxes, for example, are very well integrated in the seat legs, which means that passengers have all the space under the seat for themselves. So it's not only about the seat comfort alone, it's also a very quiet aircraft. It's much quieter than the competition aircraft. Latest air conditioning systems with a lot of fresh air, a very good cabin altitude to arrive fresh at your destination. We have mood lighting in the aircraft, so as you can see, different colors in total, about 16 million colors to choose from to build different scenarios like sunset and sunrise. And of course the aircraft has as well all the latest connectivity features for wireless internet, IFE connectivity and so on.
Can you type for seat? The many space forอันนี้เป็นครัวนะ
We move to the front of the cabin. So we're moving into the business class here, and one of the striking features in the business class is the high ceiling. You see that there are no bins in the center. because even with only the bins on the side, because they're so large for business class in typical configuration, there's still room for 2 roller bags per passenger. So there's enough space, and then you can remove the center bins, and you really feel the spaciousness around you. So it's very appealing for the passenger. So here is where you can see the roller bags fitting in the bins. So you can fit 5 typical roller bags side by side. So that really gives it a very space efficient bin configuration.
It's same or different with the A350-1000 and 1000?
It's the same bin. Same type of bins. The cabin is absolutely the same. The only difference between the 900 and the 1000 is that the 1000 is 7 meters longer. So it's just larger. But the rest it's the same. It's the same aircraft. You see the windows as well. You see how large they are. They are the widest windows in the industry actually.
Can you recommend me something for the IFE?
So sorry.
IFE
So yeah, here we have the Thales IFE system. So here you can actually see we have various cameras on the aircraft. So here you see the tail camera. You can also look forward in so for example when the aircraft is taking off or landing, you have a front view or a downward view, which is not very useful now because you'll just see the floor. But when you're overflying an area, you can see the view below. So that's the IFE, and then of course we have the latest IFE. You can have either Thales or Panasonic with the latest selection of.
This was IFE from which company?
Oh, this one is Thales, and then you can also have Panasonic.
Panasonic.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The television is the offline. Right?
So this is offline, but of course this is what we have installed as Airbus on this aircraft because we fly around the world with passengers. So we have IFE. The latest IFE for the airlines will be really the top of the bill, and the aircraft is also fitted for all possible connectivity features. Most airlines now have internet on board. This aircraft has internet on board as well, actually, and it's possible as well to have live TV as well today on the aircraft.
Yeah. The movie. Service. Information. So
this aircraft in typical configuration with business, premium economy, and economy has about 366 seats. So it's really a large twin-engined wide-body aircraft. So we have at the moment 169 orders for the A350-1000. In total, we have 854 orders for the A350. We have 11 customers, and in the region, in the Asia region, we have, for example, Cathay will receive the aircraft later this year. Japan Airlines has a order as well as Asiana, and the first delivery of the A350-1000 will actually take place in a few weeks. It will go to Qatar.
Can you tell me for the configuration for this aircraft? How many for business, for economy?
So this aircraft is a flight test aircraft. So it has 295 seats, 40 in business, and then 255 at economy in various pitches. As I said, it's the typical configuration is 366. The reason there are a few less aircraft here is, of course, we have a lot of flight test equipment in the plane that takes space from the seats, but it's still it's a nice configuration for the route proving that we are the demo tour that we're doing at the moment.
นี่เป็นที่นั่งชั้นธุรกิจนะครับ Business Class นะครับจะเห็นได้ว่ามีที่วางกระเป๋าให้ผู้โดยสารและที่นั่งอย่างสะดวกสบายนะครับเป็นเครื่อง
It's important as well in the cabin experience. So I mentioned it's the airspace cabin. It's not only the design and the space and the comfort. It's also about quietness. It's a very quiet aircraft. It's about 9 dB quieter than 777, 6 dB quieter than the 787. It's about the freshness of the air as well. The latest air conditioning systems, 20% more fresh air than competition aircraft. It's the lighting, it's the connectivity, so it's the whole passenger experience.
Can you tell me how we see the cockpit?
Let's have a look.
Non, là je lis
On
d'ailleurs.
peut voir le cockpit.
Alors attention,
Il y a
la
quelqu'un
parole parce que sinon ça
Ok.
fait trop de choses.
Il y a quelqu'un?
Bien sûr.
Okay, we have to wait a little bit. There's
Can
somebody.
you
100.
อันนี้เป็นครัวนะครับของ A350-1000 นะครับก็ไม่ได้แตกต่างอะไรมากกับ A350-900 นะครับส่วนนี้เป็นอุปกรณ์จัดการของลูกเรือนะครับในการจัดการเกี่ยวกับไฟของเคบินต่างๆ Can you recommend?
So this is the flight attendant panel. So from here, all the cabin atmosphere features can be controlled. It's a touch screen, of course, but you can set the temperature, you can set the lighting, you can set the different types of announcements. If it's connected with the IFE, you can take, for example, orders on the menu and so on. You can see the different status of the galleys, to what extent the water is up to level, and so on. So it's really the central area for the cabin crew to manage the aircraft.
This screen the lighting management like
So here we're in the lighting menu. I won't touch it because I don't know how to manage it, but it's this is the lighting menu, and you can see down the bottom the different features that.
อันนี้เป็นที่นั่งของลูกเรือนะครับ crew seat
The other way around, you have to go backwards.
And here above the seating here is the flight crew rest. So here there is two bunks, two beds, and one seat above the ceiling for the pilots for rest.
This station. This is what we call a flight test engineer station because you are on board a flight test aircraft which was dedicated for the cabin development, air conditioning, and the ventilation systems. So here on the flight test installation, I'm going to show you. We have many details about some system. For example, here you have the APU, auxiliary power unit. This is what you can see inside the cockpit on the system display. And here, this is typically dedicated to the APU system, where you have here a bit map, where you can see the machine itself with the compressor and the turbine, and you have many details about the behavior of the system and many parameters.
That's
So I'm going to show you as well the wheel system. This is what is presented in the cockpit, the wheel system. And I'm going to show you what we have in detail here to follow some tests. If we perform some braking tests, sorry, this is the landing gear, this one. And here you have complete brake system display with many parameters, pressure, temperature, which system is active, which mode is active, which CPRM is in control, and so on. Here we have a synthesis of many systems. We have the flight display like you can find in the cockpit. And here you have the view of the different cockpit display unit. Here, this is what the pilot has displayed on the left hand side. Here, what he has displayed on captain side, on the upper center, lower center. This is the weather on board system. Again, we have the airport nav function. We have the taxi and camera system. And here we have the swapping. We have the Jepsen normally. The fuel system, what is displayed in the cockpit. It's simply this, and here you have the fuel system of the aircraft with the wing tank, the center tank.
everything real time from
And from, yes, go. Sorry. This is not touch screen, if it is your question.
In the cockpit.
And the cockpit, not on this aircraft, but soon we are going to install tactical screen on the onboard information system on the left, outer right, and center, because you can swap the system, the view, sorry, of the system. It's going to become on one of our prototype for development and be available for the customer soon. And we have a big video system. If we perform some landing gear or braking test, we need to have a look on the wheel. If we perform some cargo tests, we need to have a look on the cargo for the fuel, for the smoke. Here, this is a cockpit view. Here you have Captain Jean-Michel, the famous one, who's presenting the cockpit.
when you got some error message, how you know?
Sorry. When we have,
If the aircraft have the one the error message, how you will know?
how do we know that if we have a failure?
Yeah.
We will know here. It will be displayed on what we call the ACAM system. So we will have a failure which will be displayed with the procedure to be applied. And automatically the system concern will appear on the system display page. If it is a fuel failure, you will have the fuel page. If it is a landing gear failure, you will have the landing gear page automatically pop up.
Hello, can you recommend me about the cockpit system?
It's difficult in 2 minutes, but we can say that the 350 cockpit allows to fly, navigate, communicate, manage system and manage mission. On the overhead panel here, we have the same panel as on the 330 to monitor the systems. And here we have the automation in order to control autopilot short-term decisions. Here we have the displays where we can have on the ground the taxi camera and an airport navigation map. Here we can display many types of information, including this last one, which is for displaying the weather on board. So around our flight path, we are able to see the significant weather, as well as the wind, as well as the weather of the different airports around us. So this is a very comfortable way to improve my situational awareness and know about flight safety data important for my flight.
Everything real time from
It's downloaded by satellite and it's done every 30 minutes typically.